What's going on, guys? David again. Another business type situation here that I want to talk about. As you can tell, I'm just running a bunch of them together as they're in my mind. Same clothes, same shirt, everything. This one I want to talk about is communication. I run a lawn service here in New Market, Alabama. I've been doing it for about 4 years now, as I've kind of explained in previous videos, but in case you haven't seen them, now you know. I got my first 1-star review recently. I've had a few more complaints this year than normal, but I have more customers, more situations for that to happen. I'm trying to take it as a grain of salt and learn to improve. The last video I discussed how I took on too much this year and not pricing right. Well, this one we'll talk about communication. And the thing is, when you start getting more customers, you have to communicate with them more. And this is where I highly recommend having something, I don't know, there's one with the monkey, but I mean, it's through Yardbook, Jobber, all of these that have automated where you can send mass emails, mass text messages in a click. You don't have to be all on your phone all day telling people, hey, it's raining, I'm not gonna be there. Now, the past few years, I've been lucky. I've had customers that either haven't really worried about their lawn as much, or I've been able to get there faster because I've had less customers. So if I missed you today, I'm probably gonna get you tomorrow. Where now, if I miss you today or tomorrow or something, it might be another day out or something, because my customer base has gotten bigger. So instead of doing 8 lawns a day and saying, oh no, we had rain, I'm gonna go ahead and do 14, and basically everybody will be caught up, and I'll have that next day caught up, except for maybe 1 or 2 stragglers that I'll get caught up on the next day with my other 8 lawns. Well, now I have 10, 12, 15 lawns a day. That's impossible. Can't do it. You can't catch them up, catch all those up the next day, and then bring more there and catch everybody up. It's impossible. So basically what I'm talking about is using these tools that are out there and communicate with your customers. Communicate with them. I had a couple this year, it rained, and not everybody apparently has windows. Snarky comment, hashtag snarky comment. And can't tell that, hey look, it rained today, I'm probably not gonna get my grass mowed. And then there's people out there that don't care. They don't care if it rains. They don't care if you rut their yard. They don't care if you leave clippings and stuff in the yard. They just want it mowed. Most of the customers I have, I don't want that. I've never wanted that kind of customer. I want them to want it to look nice because they'll pay for it usually. So that's made it a little more difficult, and I'm actually getting those customers now. So that's making that more difficult. Well, I had a couple complain about either me not showing because you didn't tell me, hey, it was raining, you didn't tell me, so I'm gonna go with someone else. Doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but if that's the attitude, I'm glad you did, and I've learned something. It goes back to my Jocko thing. Good, you've taught me something that I needed to know. One, I don't want you as a customer if you can't tell it rained all day, so I'm not gonna be there that day. And then 2, that I do need to communicate better. That's my part. That's where I put my ego in check and go, what could I have done to save this customer and keep them happy? And it's communication. I've had it come up 2 or 3 times this year. Never had this come up before. So we just had a hurricane come through. Well, it actually, came through, of course, Louisiana and Texas. We got the remnants of it. Well, it wasn't supposed to hit us till about Friday, but we got rain also on Tuesday. I don't know if it spun off from this or what, but we got rained out Tuesday basically as well. So I sent an email out and explained to all my customers, hey, we had rain on Tuesday, so now I'm already backed up a day. Didn't expect rain on Tuesday. It's not like I could have gotten ahead because there's no rain basically until the weekend. I said, I don't know when this tropical storm's going to hit or when the rain from it's going to hit us, from the hurricane's going to hit us. They're calling for Friday night, Friday morning. They don't really know. I'm not a weatherman. I don't know either. But I will get you caught up as soon as I can. If I don't get you this week, we'll get you back on schedule correctly next week. I sent this blast out, and of course I had customers email me, hey, no problem, we understand. Stuff happens, you can't help the weather. And that's great to hear, and that helps me too. That's like, okay, the customer does care about me too, which makes me want to go that extra mile for them, and it keeps that relationship going, and you want to build these relationships with these customers, especially if you stay small, are small, want to be small, whatever. Those relationships are going to be everything for you. So later that week, about Sunday, after all the rain, everything had passed, it was Saturday, the rain had passed and it was real sunny Saturday. Well, we had plans Saturday, and that's a good thing about being a small business is you do these things, but the bad side of it is, do I cancel these plans on Saturday now that I've had planned for a month with the family and go mow, or you kind of get in that tug of war. I'm like, well, I sent out the email. I know I can pick all of them up on Sunday and it won't be a problem. Well, Saturday afternoon, I get a message from one of my customers saying basically, hey, you forgot me. And I was like, no, I didn't forget you. Sent out an email. They're like, I never got it. So I was able to go back to my email. That was timestamped, the day it was sent, what it said, that they were on that email thread. Sent it to them. I didn't really hear anything back. I don't know if they were upset because, well, he showed me he did send it and I missed it. So, it'd been nice to say, hey, I'm sorry I didn't catch that email. Glad you sent it. When can you get me? Or whatever. But no problem, no big deal. Didn't want to say anything. I was happy that I had it all time stamped. I did it the right way, and I was going to get them the next day. Sunday came, beautiful, sunny. Picked up about eight of my customers I was behind, fixed them all up, no problems, and here we're rolling into the next week. So that's where my key comes. And then my 1-star review that I kind of did in another video that I talked about. I told you all in that video that I needed to communicate with this guy after the first mow. And I've done this long enough now to know where it's not a good fit. And I need to listen to that more. It's burned me 2 or 3 times this year of I know better, don't do it, don't take it, just keep moving. There's always work out there and it'll turn around and bite me. I've done it over the years. It's happened, got in situations of landscaping jobs I didn't want to do and try to do them and had to stop or whatever. But anyway, this lawn, the first time I cut it, I knew it wasn't right. It was just an area I wanted. It was at a price point I was comfortable with. Wanted to keep it, but I knew in the middle of mowing I shouldn't have kept it. And after that mow, I should have apologized to him, said, hey, this isn't going to work for me. I don't feel I'm going to give the quality I need to give, or it needs to go, we need to mow it more often, or you need to clean up on this property if you're going to want it a lot lower. And I'm going to have to charge you 3 times as much to do it for my time that I'm going to be out here. And at that point, they could have chose to pay it, when it goes somewhere else, and that 1-star review never would have happened, and communication would have been done. And even after the second mowing that I tried to fix, I did the second mowing, I got to basically a fix-it mow. Once I realized on the fix-it mow completely this was lost, that I should have emailed them right there, hey, don't worry about it, not happy with what product I'm putting out for you, go ahead and find someone else, sorry to waste your time, blah, blah, blah. Just communicate something. That's all people really want, some kind of communication. They might not care. They might still turn around and give you a 1-star review and say you're the worst lawn care company in America. Doesn't matter. You communicate, at least you can feel you did right, but all of this I've learned, and I go back to the Jocko thing of good. People have fussed at me this year about communication, and it paid off with the hurricane situation. I was able to get ahead of it, let people know, hey, this is happening, blah, blah, blah. Got emails back saying, thank you, no problem, we'll see you when we see you. And the one that was like, hey, I never saw you, what the heck happened? Here's your email. I let you know, I did let you know, I didn't forget you. That was my main point of that, is I know I did not forget you. I will not forget you. I have checks and balances on my schedules and stuff that if I miss you, it was a complete blunder, and I'll do whatever I can to make that up. But that was my main issue of this. This video is communication. Communication is key. Communicate with everybody. Your spouse about what you have to do with work. Any of your customers with anything you have to do with them. Communication is everything. And in relationships and marriages and stuff, communication is key. It's everything. If you're not telling the other one what's going on, what's happening, what you're doing, why you're doing it, almost overly communicate these things, it'll make your life so much better. Communication is everything, and learning how to communicate and doing it in a non-aggressive manner. And of course, with business, you're just sending an email, and you're sending a polite email, letting people know, hey, didn't get you because of this. Hey, gonna get you early because of that. It's that simple. Communicate with your customers. If you need to bump them up, hey, we're going on a 3-day vacation this weekend. I'm gonna start bumping everybody up this week a day, no more than a day, but I want to bump everybody up so I can have a 3-day vacation, have a break. Everybody's gonna be fine with that. They're not gonna look out the window on Thursday morning, being a Friday yard, see you cutting, knowing they're gonna be grilling out Saturday, and thinking, oh, you're only gonna cut a day ahead. Well, now you're cutting 2 days ahead. Why the heck are you here? I've got a barbecue. You're supposed to come Friday so it looks great Saturday. You've already let them know, and they can either make other arrangements, you can do whatever, or they can be fine with it. You cut on Thursday, it should look fine Saturday, but that's not my point. Communicate. Let your customers know what you're doing. It's pressure washing, maid service, rained out, car broke down. Doesn't matter, kid got sick. If you're a small business, these things happen. And as long as you don't do it more than once, really, maybe more than twice, customers are going to understand. So this video is getting kind of long now, so I'm going to get off of it. Communicate any way you can. Learn the best ways to do it. There, like I said, if you run a small business, there's plenty of MailChimp. That's what I'm thinking of. You can send out mass emails very fast. You can hit 50, 100, 200 customers like that instead of trying to text or call or whatever everybody. So keep that in mind, communicate. It'll save your butt, it'll save your headaches, and just getting out ahead of anything is so much better. Anyway, y'all, see you on the next one. Roll Tide.